So this is the OEM condenser on this Ford F-150, and see how we have nice rubber seals here. We have rubber gaskets here, rubber gaskets down here on the OEM. On the aftermarket, doesn't have any of that. Now if you look at the angle in which and how far up they are, this will determine how the hoses, because they're metal lines, fit in the engine compartment. And the reason I'm looking at this, because this is important, the aftermarket doesn't match that. And how did I know? As soon as I walked up on this vehicle, this is what I noticed. Boom, you see it right away. Now for the untrained eye, you wouldn't notice it. The sensor and part of the line right there are rubbing against the radiator hose. You have an aluminum line, a rubber hose, and they're going to be bouncing up and down, rubbing against each other. Road dust, sand, stuff like that will be embedded between the rubbing part of the aluminum and the hose. And what do you think is going to happen that time? Now, this was never damaged, nothing was bent or put in the wrong place. The OEM, the way the lines are down, I can't really show you right here. The way the mounting pads are angled pushes, or actually pulls, the line at a different angle when it attaches, pulling the metal line closer to the hose. This is what you get when you buy aftermarket. There's going to be no problem. It's going to cool, the engine's going to cool, but what's going to happen later on, after a couple months, 1 year, 2 years later on? And who thinks about the aftermarket condenser that was sold many months or a year or two earlier? This is what happens, and guys don't think about it. This is stuff my dad taught me before even high school. When I was still in grammar school, my dad said, he would show me, he says, everything is placed, lines, they have a distance they always keep, especially on rubber things and the engine moving, they keep distances, and you have to make sure everything aligns and has clearance for movement. If you don't, when they constantly rub, you have trouble. This is basically common sense, but in an engineering and product material design classes, when you take them, these are things that are taught. This is like 101. But of course, we're not required in this industry to have any knowledge. In this industry, it worked, it went out of here, I collected money, and I don't need to know how to design things to be able to work on cars, and this is what happens. See you guys later.